Hello and welcome to a fresh new video. So in this video I will talk about filters, and this right here is the ground floor plan. And to give you a view of the building, this is the building that we are going to use. This is of course a structure without filters, and this one is with filters, so you can see the difference. And that's how you can categorize structural elements by filter, and as a result you have the whole building that you can categorize with filters to see which element is where in the plan. So that's very handy. Well, it's not that hard to do, so yeah, you can just follow me and get straight into it. So how do we get started to get the filters and the nice colors? Well, first I'm gonna explain you a little thing. Now if I select this column right here, if Revit lets me to, hello, okay, finally. Right here you have your mark, and you can you can give this certain column a identification. It can be a number or text, or it can be both. For example, I do it like this, voila, and this column is identified by my text and number. So if you want to make sure that we done it alright, well, you go to annotation right here, then tag by category, and now we're gonna hover over the column, and right as you see here, we done it properly. And I will free end so we can free end, yes, so you can easily tag it. And I can do now for every column, because we need to do that, else the filter won't work. Same for the beam right here. I selected the beam, and I will oh, these are still fill it in. So this is filled in with this example right here, and that's how do we do it. And we can again control it by see it if it's actually the right one, and I see this right one, I will move, and it works also. So you can do that in your floor plan and go by every beam and column you have. But I will close it, and we go to 3D, and this will be a lot easier. So I will select all the columns, select all instance visible in view. That means that we have all the ones. I will just name it SK, and I will have a warning that they are the same, but it doesn't really matter, or it's not that bad, because it's for the filters only in this video. Now for the structural framing, we're gonna do the same. Right click, select all instance visible in view. Why I do it this way? Because we have only one building. If you have separate buildings, you don't want to do that, because it won't work. You need to manually every column or beam set apart, so the filter will work properly. So these are filled in, and I will just move it with SL. Oh, voila. Now we have our, we call it Dutch Verband. So the building doesn't snap, and we're gonna left click, select all as visible in view, and they are also, and I will do it again, voila. And now for the steel deck, select all instance visible in view, and you right see here the mark is already filled in, and that's how we want it. Now, how do we get the filters, or make a filter? So we go gonna use the shortcut VV, and now we're going to the visibility graphic overrides, and right here you see filters. You click on it, and that's the screen that we want. So we will need to make a new one, and then we can add this one into this file right here, and that's what I'm going to show, how to make it possible. So first we go to edit new right here, And then you have a bunch of other things that are existing. But now we need to make a new one, so we're gonna select this one, create new one, and we will make one for the columns. Voila, okay. And then we're gonna scroll down to the menu, because you need to categorize first which thing you want to filter. So you want to filter our structural columns, and right here you see structural columns. Voila. And then we're gonna add the rule how he needs to filter. He needs to filter by our mark, because we filled it in, and it begins with SK. Why I do begins with, because sometimes you have the shortcut and you have SK1, SK2, SK3, so it only needs to begin with SK, and the rest of the marks will automatically apply. So we click apply, click OK, and that's it. But now you guys are wondering how, where is the filter? Where is it? Well, you go to here to add it into the project, and then you scroll down, and right here you see columns, click OK, and voila, there you have it. You have our columns. Now the fun part begins. We're gonna override the pattern and the lines, so we can define it which are the columns. So we click right here on override, and I will set it a solid fill. Then I'm gonna use a blue, voila. Then I'm gonna override the lines by a darker blue, apply, okay, and boom. If I do that, you see already how nice it is. And for the next thing, we're gonna use the steel deck, and I'm gonna show you another option which is nice. So we're gonna do VV filters, we're gonna edit new one, we're gonna make a new one again, and then we're going to steel deck, voila. And it's of course in structural framing right here. Then we're gonna set a rule by the mark right here, and begins with SD from steel deck, apply, okay, then add it of course. And where is our steel deck? Right here is our steel deck. Then I'm gonna give it a color override, just go to color fill, then we're gonna use white, voila, and then I will use a gray, okay, apply, and voila. You see already how it's changed. But now I want to show you a cool feature, but because now it's not really good in my opinion, because we won't see the beams underneath that. How do we fix that? Very simple. You go to transparency, then you click on override, and then we're gonna make it 45, okay, apply, and boom, this is looking already very nice. And now you can see what's underneath it. Now we're gonna use or make a filter for structural beams. Again, VV, we go to filters. Yeah, the most parts are the same rhythms, but that's what it is. Now we're gonna use a new one, and gonna call it beams. Voila, again structural framing right here. Select, gonna add a rule by mark. Voila, mark, and it begins with here. SL, apply, okay. Then we're gonna add it. Beams right here. Voila. And now we're gonna use a override. And the third part of this, you can just use a pattern as you wish. Voila. Okay, and then we're gonna use a darker. Voila. Apply, and override. So that's the fun part. You can use a pattern instead of a solid color, and that's how it actually works. And now we're gonna do the same for these wind turbines, so it doesn't snap the building. And again, I think I already made them. I'm not sure. I'm gonna add, and I didn't make them, only those ones that I'm gonna show you. And again, and then I'm gonna make a new one fast for you guys. I will make a shortcut VV, then again with structural framing. Voila, we give it a mark by mark, and it begins with this. Apply, okay. Add this one. Where is that? VV. Voila, okay. Then we're gonna use a solid fill. We're gonna use purple. Alright, then we're gonna use a darker line for the purple. Voila, and that's how it changes again, and very nice. Now we're gonna filter to make the connections, those connections are visible, and of course for this one I'm gonna make a also, or just make the filter, and this will be green, and we're also gonna give it a pattern, of course, why not, and I will use this one. Voila, and we're gonna use the lines. Voila, and we're gonna give it a thickness of 5 because we can. And then for the structural connections I will use a black, well, solid, and white lines. Voila, click apply. Oh, click apply, was too fast. And this is how it looks, very nice with the structural connections. And now we're gonna unset and see how thick it is, because we changed the line thickness of it. So that's how actually filters work, guys. And then you can make a shadow, of course, like here, for example. Like here you have the colors and the shadow to show which color is what, and that's how handy filters are. And you can do a lot more with it, but just some basics that you can implicate by yourself really fast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't be afraid to comment, and yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next time. Bye bye.